Hey everybody, so I'm April if you don't know me already. I want to do this video mostly for my friends and my family that I feel like should know about this information, but if there are anybody else that I don't know, then feel free to watch this video also. Okay, so this one video is specifically for women, number one, who still have a menstrual cycle, and for anyone who knows anyone who does. So if maybe you're a mom and you have a daughter, or you're even a dad and you have a daughter, whatever the case is, please feel free to continue watching this video. But for the most part, I'm making this for my friends and family because this is the easiest way for me to get this information out here without having to tell everyone individually. But I have been talking a lot about this product to like my close friends and family at the moment, so a lot of my friends and family already know about this. They already know about my experience with it, so I just want to share it with everyone else. Okay, so we all have cycles. If you do, you're watching this. We're all women, and there's no reason why we can't talk about stuff like this. So this video may get a little bit TMI, so I'm just warning everyone. But if you know me, you know that I'm not afraid of that kind of stuff, so let's just get into it. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to tell you about the product. I'm going to tell you three reasons, big reasons why I think that you should go get it. And then also I want to tell you my experience about it. So this video may be a little long. I'm not real sure how long it's going to be, but okay. First things first. So the product I want to talk to you about comes in this cute little bag. It's about this big. It's not very, like, compared to my hand, it's not very big. And it's cute, and it's pretty. And you want to keep this bag. You do not want to get rid of it because you're going to want to store the product in this bag when you are not using it, okay? Because it's cotton, it's breathable, you want to keep it around. Okay, so what comes in that bag is this. So for those of you who have never seen one of these, like I had been 3 weeks ago, this is called a menstrual cup. Yeah, never heard of it before, never. Didn't even know these existed. Didn't even know there was another option besides the obvious Tampax Pearl commercials that we see in Playtex, Gentle, whatever they're called, pads, whatever, panty liners. I didn't even know that this existed. But apparently this particular company has been around for a long time, number one. And number two, that there are other options. The only reason why I picked this one up is because it was the only one I could find around me locally. Okay. So these are sold at CVS, and they're also sold online. They retail for about $35 to $40 depending on where you go. And there are two different sizes, and I'll talk about that later. And they also have another product that I'll also talk about that later. Okay, so because I want to get into like the whole tampon thing, let's just start with that. Okay, so for me personally, my cycles are not very long anymore, but I have at least one heavy day. And so typically I go through between like 3 to 7 or 8 tampons a cycle. Just the regular ones, nothing super or anything like that. So I would probably say that I changed mine out the whole like 6-hour deal or whatever. Okay, so a box comes like 24. Let's just do the math. That's a lot of money. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's a lot of money. And a lot of wasted money too, because like I'm sitting here in my bathroom and I'm looking at 3 packets of 3 different types of pads and penny liners just sitting up there. Like, and I'm not using them. Like, they're just sitting there. Like, because they're either ones that A, I didn't like, or 2, they're too big, or 3, whatever. I don't know. They're just sitting there collecting dust. I don't use them. That was wasted money, okay? So this thing, like I said, is like $40, give or take $5, and it's going to last you for like a year and a half at the most. I've heard people say they've gotten theirs close to 2. I've heard people say they've had to get rid of theirs at a year. I think it really just depends on how often you pull it out and put it back in, how often you wash it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so first of all, it's going to save you money. Secondly, let's talk about sanitariness, because if that's even a word, I didn't even think about this whenever I was contemplating using this product until I watched another YouTube video, and this girl totally pointed this out, and I'm like, I've been doing this my whole life and never even noticed it. Like, let's just say you go to the bathroom and you not time to take your tampon out, but you urinate. You're pulling out a string that has urine on it. Like, that's so gross. Like, I've never even considered that being gross until I watched that video, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Not to mention the fact that if you do something other than urinate, let's just not even go there. It's gross. Because you're having to pull it out later. That's gross. Okay. 2, sanitation. 3, It's so much safer for you. This product is so much safer for you. First things first, toxic shock syndrome. I've never really seen how it affects people. I just know that it's like a really bad thing and you don't want it. So that's lack of information on my part. But this is only made out of surgical silicone, okay? There's nothing bad about it, nothing harmful, nothing that can hurt you. It's like nothing, okay? So because of toxic shock syndrome, they tell you that you can't wear tampons longer than 6 hours. Okay, that's pushing it for a lot of women. Let's just be real, okay? This, you don't have to take it out but every 12 hours. And you might not even have it full. I don't know. But the fact that you can go all day and never even have to take this out, that's impressive, okay? Okay, so that's the top 3 reasons. Sanitation, saving you money, and it's safer for you. And let's just throw in the fact that we're cutting back on tampon waste and pad waste, and it's making our earth greener, okay? Let's just say that. All right, so let me just talk about the 2 different ones I have. There are 2 different categories. This one is the small. There's like 1 and 2. It's not like small and large, but they're like 1 and 2. I don't know which one's 1, which one's 2. But basically, you're either falling in the category where you're under 30 and you have not had children. That's this one. Or you're over 30 and or have had children. And that either includes vaginally or even by cesarean section. Because even when you're having a cesarean section, your body is still going through the natural ways of having a child, which is contractions, and so everything is still moving if you get my drift. So your body still needs, it's probably a little bit bigger than the average person who has never had a child before. Okay, so I fall into category A, so that's what this one is. And the only difference is between those 2 is like the diameter of the other one is only like that much larger, and the cup is pretty much the same size. I think it just really has to do with how big the opening is that hits your cervix, okay? All right, so that's the options. The other product that I wanted to talk about is their Diva Wash. This is what I've been using. It's $12.99 is what I bought it for. I'm sure you could find it cheaper online or whatever. But it's plant-based and natural, so, well, it's plant-based. I wouldn't say it's natural. No parabens or sulfate, so that's good. But you can also wash your face and your body with it. And it does smell really good. It's got orange oil in it, so it smells very citrusy. So I have been cleaning it with this, and I've actually washed my face with it, and I love it. So go ahead and invest in this. But if you don't want to, just use an unscented, non-antibacterial, very mild wash, like soap, and more water to clean it. Okay? So they do recommend that after you use it for your whole cycle to boil it to clean it 100%. So there's that. Okay, so I think I talked about all of that stuff. All right, so for me, I was a little skeptical about it going into it because I really just wasn't sure how it works. So I'm going to show you how it works. So when you insert it, there's a couple of different options. There's the C, which is you bend it into a C shape, if I can do it, and you insert it like this, and it just goes up. And then the other one is the triangle, and you take the top and you bend it down into it, and you form a triangle, and you insert it like that. This one's a little bit thinner than the C is, okay? Either way, the key is once you go to insert it, when you get to halfway, try your best to turn it 360 degrees because that's what's going to make it pop out, okay? That's what you want to happen. You don't want it to go in and stay in like this because then it'll defeat the purpose of even having this thing in the first place. You want it to pop out, okay? So now you're probably wondering how it stays. Well, first of all, your muscles inside are very, very, very strong and pretty much are going to pull it up anyways. Do not be afraid of it going past your cervix. It's not going to happen. It just will not happen, okay? No matter how many children you have, this thing is not going past your cervix, okay? So it also has these teeny little holes in here. I don't know if you can see them. That's what creates the suction, you know? You can hear the air. All right, so that's what creates the suction to keep it there. So this part of it right here is how you pull it out. Now, I have seen women who either have either just more shallow vaginas than other women. They've cut it, and that's completely up to you if you want to do that. I haven't done that yet, but I'm considering at least cutting it to this notch right here, the first one. But you can do that. And I've also seen women say that they just turn it inside out and insert it like this, and that also works too. So just play around with it. I would recommend getting it a few weeks before you actually start your cycle, to play around with it, to try it, to see how you feel, get comfortable with it. I mean, women, we should know our bodies. We're women. Things come out of it. We should know about it. We should know how it feels. We should know what we like. We should know what this is supposed to feel like, and we should know what doesn't feel right. Okay? So play with it. Get used to it. Okay? So from my experience personally, this was one of my less heavy cycles I've had in a while. I don't know about you guys, but mine kind of fluctuate between heavy, not so heavy. It doesn't matter. So this one was not so heavy. So I won't go into too many gory details, other than the fact to say is, for one thing, I'm one of those weird, creepy people. There's something satisfying about seeing what's coming out of your body. So the other thing about this is it has these measurement lines inside. I don't know if you can see them, but they're measured in ounces and milliliters. So I don't know any doctor that would want to know or need you to know how much is coming out of you, but it could be good information to know, whatever. So you know yourself well enough to know that, let's say you're like a super, super heavy bleeder, then maybe you don't want to go 12 hours. Maybe you should try 6 hours and see what happens. Pull it out, see how much you have, like on a heavy day. Like, you're just going to have to test and see what works best for you, okay? So for me, I would go 12 hours. I mean, I literally wore this for 12 hours. I went to the fair. I went in a car ride for like an hour and a half. I walked and walked and walked. This never came out. I never felt it. It was not uncomfortable. It's just in there and it's squishy and you don't feel anything. Like, it's perfect, okay? So for me personally, I just would take it out while I was in the shower, and just watching it go down the drain was enough. I did not even wear a penny liner nor a pad when I had this in. There's no leakage, zero. If you make it to where it pops out, there's not going to be any leaks. There's not. It's impossible. So the key is definitely turning it the 360 degrees as best you can, I should say. All right. So first of all, I just want you guys to know how much I really love this product, and then I really want you guys to go out and get it, because it's going to do a lot of really awesome things for you. I just hope that you guys can appreciate me doing this, I guess. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me, text me, Facebook message me, whatever the case is. But seriously, like, look it up for yourself. YouTube it. There are tons of other women who have loved this product for various reasons. But feel free to just go get one. Just try it. I mean, and if you don't like it, I mean, it's $40. Like, you spend that probably in a week going out to lunch every day. So it's no harm done. So just go get one of these. I promise you'll love it. Try it out. So now I feel like I have a little friend that's waiting for me next month when I go to have my next cycle. Like, hey, I'm waiting for you. I know that's really weird, but anyways. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys learned something, because I did, and I just wanted everyone to know about it, because I'm really enjoying it and I'm enjoying talking about it, and I think it's super helpful. So, okay, I'm gonna go. Please don't worry about commenting on how horrible this video is. This is the first one I've ever done, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you later. Bye!